Hey everybody, Ray here, and I have the honor and privilege of bringing to you the first of 7 training modules that we're going to use to teach you how to use Facebook to grow your LifeVantage business. And in this first video, Facebook training video number 1, we're going to discuss proper Facebook expectations. And it's important to remember that there are really many ways to build a business and share LifeVantage products, whether it be online on Facebook or Instagram, knee-to-knee in person or in-home meetings. And I believe this quote sums it up pretty perfectly. And that's, techniques there are many, principles there are few. Techniques, they will vary, principles never do. And really, the techniques we use to build our businesses, they're going to vary, guys. But the principles behind them and the principles behind why we do things a certain way never do. And a principle that absolutely cannot be lost when we use Facebook or social media to grow our business is sharing authentically from the heart, regardless of what technique we're using. And, it's important to remember that just like any other tool, Facebook can be used for good or bad, and I'm sure you see plenty of both. But when we use Facebook as a tool for good and a tool to grow our business, it creates incredible leverage, guys. So, why are we going to use Facebook as a tool? There are over 2 billion people there, okay? It's going to help us connect with a large mass of people. We're also going to use it to, build a following of like-minded people. It's also going to help us create curiosity and educate the world about our LifeVantage products and the opportunity we have to offer. It's also a fantastic tool to keep your team connected, recognized, and to further motivation and training as well. Now, so when we get into this, it's important to remember, what Facebook is and what it is not. And unfortunately, I'm sure you see a lot of this out there, but Facebook is not a place to complain. It's not a place to air dirty laundry or be negative or get into a comment battle on someone else's feed, okay? It's a place to add positivity and grow a brand to help you grow your business on Facebook through leverage. Now, it's important to remember that building a brand takes time. And, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your strong online Facebook brand is not going to be built in a day. It takes time. Now, there may be some of you who already have huge followings of people, people who love you already for who you authentically are. You may already be a wellness entrepreneur who's been sharing value with your community for years and years. And if that's you, that's great. But it's certainly not a requirement if you want to build a business, a successful business, using Facebook as a tool for good. And the reality is, even if you literally just got started on Facebook today, we can teach you through these modules the principles and techniques that you're going to need to build your online brand and get you growing your business through the attraction marketing formula. And we're going to go into that in depth later on. And like I said, if you have a strong online brand already, that's awesome. But if not, I want you to know that it's all about sharing what you are all about and figuring out who you're trying to attract into your business and into your life. And I find it really helpful to set proper expectations up front. Now, you can't expect to, start a Facebook account tonight and become, an online millionaire tomorrow, right? Likewise, if you're someone who's been extremely negative on Facebook, you can't expect to become Mr., Miss, or Mrs. Positivity the next day without seriously confusing, everyone at the very least, everybody who follows you on Facebook. So if you intend to use Facebook as a tool to grow your business, I think it helps to think of it like a bank account. Let's say you walked into a bank today and opened up a checking account with $100 and you never added anything into it. Would it be sane or logical to expect to start making withdrawals of hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars every month? Absolutely not. It fails every sanity check and logical test there is out there, okay? So, that same principle goes for your Facebook account and online brand. And in order to reap the incredible benefits that can come from a strong online brand, you first have to show great value. And this is important here. You need to give without the expectation of receiving. Because then and only then can you expect to make some of those massive withdrawals. But bottom line, guys, here in these modules, we're going to teach you how to add value to your communities online and off. But, before we go any further into these trainings, it's important to, that you don't just hop on Facebook right away and start blasting the world, with our LifeVantage products and our opportunity. You need to complete the training. because if you don't complete all the training, or you do bits and pieces, or you piecemeal the system, if you don't implement the full system, it's going to be really hard for us to evaluate and help you develop your brand as you go on. So before we go any further, I need you all to buy in and commit to completing the training. If you do have questions, get them answered from your upline, and if they can't answer it, somebody will. Okay, you need to learn this system, implement the system, and then teach the systems that you're learning here to your team as you onboard more people. So that wraps up Facebook training video number 1, and can't wait to see you at your next stop, which is Facebook training video number 2, Facebook 101. See you there.